Hi, and welcome back to another Amazon selling video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Nikki Kirk, and I've been selling on Amazon for 6 years and helping other sellers get started or grow their businesses for the last 4 years. It's been truly an honor, and if my videos or anything I have to offer on my website has helped you, I'm just so excited because that's what I love to do. That's why I make these videos, is to help other sellers. So here on YouTube, I have a ton of free videos, if you didn't know, and it covers everything from how to source or how to pack up a shipment, tips and tricks on selling on Amazon, and different things that have come up over the past, 4 years. If you want more step-by-step how to get started, I have the beginner FBA training course, which is available on my website, yoursellingguide.com. I also have, if you're already selling, I have the Bolo lead list group, which is a really awesome community of sellers where we are sharing what we're buying in store every month that makes a profit. I also have ungating guides and all different resources. Again, on my website, you can find all of that. Okay, so jumping into today's video, last month I went over my best products of 2022, my most profitable items, and this month I'm gonna go and do the reverse. We're gonna go over my worst products, the products that I lost money on, and I'm gonna walk you through them. Yes, I'm gonna show you them, and yes, I'm gonna tell you how much money I lost. Now, if you've seen any of my past videos where I show like best products and profit and all that kind of stuff, the reports that I'm using is Sellerboard. So I love Sellerboard because it helps me identify every day how much money I'm actually making on the products that I'm selling on Amazon. You're going to see it in depth in this video because I'm going to be using it to run the reports and see how much money I lost. It's really awesome because it tells you like what you've paid in fees, storage fees, fees to Amazon, return fees, all of that stuff, and you're gonna get a really clear breakdown of it. But it also is it's an affordable option for sellers because it's only $19 a month. They've given me a link where you can actually try it for 2 months free. You don't have to put a credit card in. You can just log in, connect your Amazon account, and try it out to see if you like it. It has a lot of different things that it does, but for me, I use it to track, again, my daily profit, monthly profit. It will forecast out what you can do this month, so you'll see that when I log into my account. It also has the ability to run reports to help you get money back from Amazon. So whether it's returns or customer damages or warehouse damages, things Amazon has lost, carrier damages, returns that happened but you never got the money back, it will run reports and let you know like what you need to get back, and it'll even give you a template of how to use it. Now, I've done a full Sellerboard walkthrough already, so I'm going to link it right here. I'm also going to link in a little bit, because I don't know how to link 2 things at once, I'm going to link the video where I did last month, which is my best products of 2022, in case you missed that after this video. You want to go back and see, wait, what did she sell that was good? Alright, so let's jump into my Sellerboard dashboard and pull the reporting that we want to look at. Again, 2 months free on Sellerboard. You can grab it at yoursellingguide.com/Sellerboard, or the link is below in the video description or wherever the video description lives now. It's somewhere here on YouTube. Again, so here's the tiles that you're going to see when you first log in. So today's February 15th when I'm filming this, and I've sold 2 things so far. It's kind of a slow day, but I've made $30 profit. Yesterday, again, a slow day. I really need to reprice, you guys. And then you can see month to date, I've sold almost $7,000 worth of product. It's forecasting that in February, I'm going to do $16,000 in product sales, or gross sales, I should say. And then last month in January, I did $20,000 in sales. I just want to point out my low profit here, because here, I'll click on it. You can see I had 30% ROI in January because I was moving through a lot of crud from December last year, and you're going to see more of that in just a second. All right, so at the top, to filter for last year, we're going to go to custom range. I'm going to want January 1st, 2022 to December 31st, 2022. It's already picked because I filtered it earlier today. Just go ahead and click filter. Now you can see last year I did $285,000 in sales, $9,300 units sold, 289 refunds out of the whole year. It's not that bad. $78,000 profit. And then you can see the breakdown of everything. So 71% ROI overall, 24% margin overall, which is actually really good, solid numbers, and something that I think that you could also do, if not better. Okay, now over here, I've already filtered it. It's saved my settings from earlier, I guess. So it's filtered here by net profit. So now you're already seeing my bad sales. But if you needed to filter it because it's not for you, you just click this and it filters for that. If you wanted to go by units sold, you would go ahead and click on units sold, and then that would filter it by units sold for you. Now, it's scrolling through this, you can see quite a bit of loss happening here. The same thing with my profit from last video, where it's like some of the things were really solid and good, like the first 2 or 3 I think were real good. And then after that, everything is making like $300 profit, $400, $500 profit for, you know, like 6 to 10 to 12 of the item that I sold, because I go wide with my Amazon business. I go wide, I buy a lot of different things versus going deep where I buy a lot of one thing. And you're going to see here that I went deep on a couple things and it did not pay off. Now, the reason you don't want to go deep is because if or when something goes wrong, now you're stuck with that one product that sucks. So I always recommend going wide, getting a lot of variety of different things for your business. Now, the same thing, like I said, $500 here, $400 here. I have losses. They're like $100 here, $50, $60 here of losses. So it's not a huge thing on the one item, but it does add up if you have a lot of losses, which honestly is pretty normal for a retail business. And again, you are a retail business, so it is normal, but it doesn't not suck. Now, of the first 7 items here, you're going to see that 3 of them are these Bidford heated blankets. Now, when I first pulled this report, it didn't totally make a lot of sense to me because I actually did good with those blankets. But then I went in and I took a look. What happened was, since this is my full year 2022, it's pulling my January items from 2022. In 2021, I sold a lot of Bidford blankets. So I went ahead and I filtered my selling board to do 2021 sales so that I could pull the Bidford. Again, you just go to the top, you hit filter, you pick your date. So I backed it up to the last year. And then it's really cool. You can at the top here search. So I searched Bidford because they were all Bidford throws. And then I hit select all and then picked them. I had a random Pokemon that was in there, got rid of that and hit filter. Now you can see I actually made $2,500 on those blankets in 2021. So it was not bad. It was a good item. But what happened was they all got returned, not all, sorry. Some got returned in 2022 in January. And so it's making my January for them look bad, or my 2022 for them look bad. But in the grand scheme of the item, it was a good item. So it's just something to know that when you're looking at products, if you're looking at it by year or something like that, it might look bad. But when you get the full picture of it, which you can do with Seller Board by pulling the different reporting, you're going to have a different story and it'll all make sense. So I wanted you to have that information when we're looking at these 3 out of 7 that look bad, that it's just some returns from the year prior, and you're going to see that a couple more times throughout. So you can see I didn't actually, well, I guess I did sell this one. But other than that, I didn't actually sell any units because it is from the refunds. So here you can see the refund costs. They reimbursed the commission, the referral, all that. But now I like Seller Board because, see here, I can see my Amazon storage fee. So for that item, 78 cents, not bad considering it's a, it's kind of a bulky item. They did sell real fast. As soon as I sent them in, they sold. Here's another one with its refund. Now this one, the disposal fee, it cost me $5 to dispose of it, which is kind of crazy because I thought it was only going to be like 50 cents. Maybe I asked for it back. I don't know, but I had to get rid of them. So they were just sitting. I did ask for some back and I think I ended up donating them. So it was customer returns and I asked for that back, donated it, all that. Anyways, you can see it has all those fees. That was what I wanted to show you about Seller Board, is it has all those fees. It also has the inbound shipping to Amazon. So it'll break it down. Like it knows what your shipment was and what was in it. So a lot of times when I send a shipment with new stuff, the new stuff will be populated into Seller Board and it's already starting out as a negative because it's got that added shipping fee in. Once you sell the stuff and it gets like going, it all works out and you're profitable on most items, unless you're like me on these items. But just something to note and something that's cool, that Seller Board makes all those fees super easy to see. Okay, so my next item that is a loss here, $138 loss total. You can see I sold $109 of them, gross sales, is this Disney Pixar Buzz Lightyear coloring sticker book thing. So here's what it is. It is an item that I got from my pallet. So I think the first pallet I ordered was in September, maybe August. Anyways, I ordered a pallet from a distributor and I ordered a bunch of different stuff on it. The distributor has a downloadable list. I uploaded that list into Tactical Arbitrage. Now, Tactical Arbitrage is real awesome, but one of the things that it does is you can upload a list and it will show you everything, like if you have the UPC, it'll pull the Amazon listing for it. Now, why it's awesome is it's really good for online arbitrage. So if you want to try Tactical Arbitrage, they also have a free 10-day trial. So I have it linked below. I'll put the link on the screen also if you want to try it out. But anyways, using Tactical Arbitrage, I uploaded it. I went through, I dug through everything, and I picked the items that looked like they made a profit. Now, when I'm ordering from a distributor, I'm not going to be having that. Of course, I want $5 minimum profit, right? But I'm not going to be having that as often. You have to weigh out the pros and the cons of, like, I can order it in a lot of it. It's pretty easy. I don't have to go out and source it versus the return on it. So most of my distributor pallet type items are going to be less ROI, less money made on them, because in my mind, it's a better option to be able to buy it easier, if that makes sense. I'm still totally new. You guys, I've ordered 3 pallets, 2 last year, 1 this year. And I'm going to make a whole video on how that went to tell you what mistakes I made, but here's an example of one of them. So when I got the item after I ordered it, I realized that the listing for it was a listing that somebody else made. It was like a brand on Amazon that was not whatever this Buzz Lightyear stationery set actually is. It was a random one. And I did not want to list on it because that brand was the only one on it. So I can't remember what it was called. Let's just say Joe Schmo's Toys. And it was that brand. Now, if you don't know, whenever you see, like, it's normal with Pokemon, if you see a Pokemon item or Nintendo item and Pokemon or Nintendo is not the brand, that is almost 100% guarantee you're going to get a counterfeit complaint on it, because the person who made that brand is protecting their listing. So just something to note. And I saw that and I was like, oh shoot. So what I did was I ended up finding the other listing for it, which was good, because for a while I kept them back here for a while. I didn't send them in with the rest of the pallet because I couldn't find a listing. I finally found a listing. It didn't make a lot of money. I bought them for $360 and I sold them at my last price on them was $451. Doesn't take a genius to figure out that's not making any money. I honestly probably would have been better off if I had just found someone to donate them to. So I'm trying to work through that. Me personally, I'd rather just get it out of my shed, out of the RV, and send it to Amazon and do what I can with it. But it ends up losing. So let's see. I got 24 of them at $360. I paid $86 for them and lost $138. So, I mean, not great. So that was my learning on that one, that I probably should have I could have listed them probably anywhere else and tried to offload them, but I just wanted them out of my life. That is one of my personal downfalls, that I will just send stuff to Amazon to get rid of it sometimes. Anyways, so that's what happened with that one. Next item up, this one I had to dig into a little bit, but I wanted to show it to you because this is a holiday item that I sell year after year. It's a replen. I sell everything that I can possibly find of it. So this again is 2022 and it's taking into account some of my stuff because I had them in 2021. I also sold them again in 2022, but what happened on this one was, for whatever reason, that like whole new wave of people that love to tank prices on Amazon came in. They came in and they decided to tank the price on it. So this 2 cherries, at the end of the day, I was selling them for $16.95, but those things were selling year after year, an annual replen, easy money for $24, $25, making like, I can't even remember. I think it was like $8 to $13 on every single one of them. It was awesome. They were, I think it was a perfect storm of 2 different things. They used to not have them as abundantly at Walmart. Like once I cleared the shelf at Walmart, it would take a couple weeks for them to get them back in stock. I think everyone's selling them in prior years. Walmart was like, we should probably order more of those. And so this year, in 2022, last year, Q4, Walmart had so many of them. There was so many. And what happened was I got them in the beginning, bought all I could find, sent them in because I knew that they sold. But then the price tanking started, and it was real bad. Like, it's not, I'm telling you about them right now because I don't think they're ever going to come back because the people are tanking prices at Walmart so badly. So anyways, so they didn't work out. But what happened was, I guess from 2021, because you can see here when I do the Amazon fees that I disposed of a bunch. I think in 2021, either I had some left over or they lost them and found them. I do remember that happening in the warehouse. And so they were, I think, expired, and I got 19 of them that got disposed of. So that wasn't great. And then of the 11 I sold, I made I lost $100 on them. I think that came down to the disposing of them. So I don't know. I have no expectations that it's going to be a replant again this year, like that'll be worth selling, but you never know. So that's a freebie for you to check out this Q4. Make sure you look for these at Walmart. It is a bundle of the green and the red cooking cherries. This next one, I can't totally remember. I can tell I got it at Target for $14.99. I vaguely remember grabbing it, and it was making good money, but then I think what happened was Amazon came back on it, and so I just decided to drop my price. So you can see I was selling on Amazon for less than I got it. Not great. And I lost altogether $95 on that one. Now, the next one is a mistake. And I noticed it when I was pulling this report earlier to look at it to prepare for this video. And I was like, I'm going to leave it because I want to show you how fast Sellerboard works. So I have it as $19.88, which is not how much I paid for them. I think they were $1 each. So here I see all these, and I got them for $1.98. So all you do is click this, fix the price, and hit save. This item's just going to totally disappear because I've filtered it by profit, and so it's now going to make a profit and not lose. So you're going to watch that one disappear. This next item was one of my more dumb purchases, but you know, you got to test different things out. So what happened was this came out probably right around now. It came out like in the spring, and it had like it actually has a really good rank right now, but it had like an okay rank. I think it was like in 300. And I was like, hey, it's going to get better, right? As summers comes around. No, it did not. This thing I had probably all year. It wasn't selling. It wasn't selling. Let's go back to Sellerboard and see what I bought it for. I bought it for $8.68 at Walmart. I ended up selling them for $6, $5.98. Like, that's just bad. So $75 loss on that one. Then we have this Squishmallow. Now, I wanted to show you this one because not only did I lose money on it, you can see here, there's an inbound transportation fee, storage fees on them. This one might actually be a good candidate to have Amazon remeasure if I was still going to sell it, because I think maybe the measurements were wrong. It doesn't totally make sense that I would have lost money on it, but who knows. So I just wanted to talk about Squishmallows, which is really why I left this one on here for you. Do not send them into Amazon with FBA. Only do Squishmallows FBM because they come down from those compliant documents so fast. Like, as soon as it gets there, they're probably going to listing stranded. And so it's easier. You'll pay less in fees. They're super easy to ship. You can put them in poly mailers, or you can squish them into a box if you want to. But overall, you're going to make more profit by doing them FBM, and then also the compliance documents and those things getting pulled. Like, it's crazy. I actually gave up on Squishmallows for a long time right after getting UNGATED. Total waste of money. But now it's not. Now it's better now that I know what I'm doing. But at the time, it was just a total waste. I mean, I got so many back from Amazon because the listings got pulled. Now that I know I'm only FBMing them, I keep them. So if I got them from Walmart, I keep them listed for 90 days. And right around when the 90-day return period comes, I take them back to Walmart if they haven't sold, or if I need room in my shed. So that's why I wanted to leave it in here, just to talk about Squishmallows a little bit. These are almost all of these. I mean, besides some of them that were just bad buys in the upfront, almost all of them were just like returns from Q4, which happens every January. Returns are bad, and that's why we call it Returnuary. So those are just a few of the bad buys and like mistakes and things that went wrong in 2022. Again, using Sellerboard to pull the reports. If you want to try it for 2 months free, head to yoursellingguide.com/Sellerboard and get that 2 months free, no credit card required. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You can also listen to me on the go with my new podcast, Your Selling Podcast, or watch the videos here on YouTube at Your Selling Podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next week with another Amazon selling video.